welcome to our vlog! So for today's video is all about an informative video because we're going to tackle all about the war on drugs. So before we start, let me introduce to you my co-reporters. And I believe the saying goes that time is gold. So let's start.
The Philippines drug war is the anti-drug policy and actions of the Philippines government under President Rodrigo Duterte, who assumed office on June 30, 2016. According to former Philippines National Police Chief and the future Senator Ronald De La Rosa, the policy is aimed at the neutralization of illegal drug personalities nationwide. Since taking office on June 30, 2016, Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte has carried out a war on drugs that has led to the deaths of over 12,000 Filipinos to death, mostly urban poor. At least 2,555 of the killings have been attributed to the Philippines National Police. Duterte and other senior officials have instigated and incited the killings in a campaign that could amount to crime against humanity. Human Rights Watch research has found that police are falsifying evidence to justify the unlawful killings. Despite growing calls for an investigation, Duterte has vowed to continue the campaign. Duterte has urged members of the public to kill criminals and drug addicts. Research by media organizations and human rights groups has shown that police routinely execute unarmed drug suspects and implant guns and drugs as evidence. Philippines authorities have denied misconduct by police. Large-scale extrajudicial violence as a crime solution was a marker of Duterte's 22 years tenure as mayor of Davao City and the cornerstone of his presidential campaign.
Hello everyone, so I am your second reporter for today, and my topic or assigned topic is all about the roots of war on drugs. Well, this topic is all about from where does this war on drugs starts and how it ends, or what is the other information about war on drugs. Let's start. Thousands of people has been killed since President Rodrigo Duterte launched his war on drug on June 30, 2016. According to Philippine Department of Justice, in January 2016, just 76 people have been dead because of the war on drugs. The campaign against illegal drug in the Philippines, also known as Oplan Tokhang and Oplan Double Barrel, has been a war on drugs on July 1, 2016, since former Davao Mayor Rodrigo Duterte took the office. According to former Philippine Chief and future Senator Ronald De La Rosa, Human Rights Watch the documented impact of war on drug killings on the victims, families in 6 cities and provinces, including Metro Manila. The Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency has reported that 5,601 drug suspects died during the anti-police drug suspect operations from July 1, 2016 to January 3, 2020. Criminalization drug users, excessive level of imprisonment, and punitive sentencing practices including mandatory sentencing, the death penalty, and enforced drug detention centers are some of the unintended negative consequences of 50-year war on drugs. Mostly the affected of war on drugs is the minority or the younger one, which is in danger of this kind of situation. When U.S. President Richard Nixon declared that drug abuse to be the number one public enemy and increase federal funding for drug control agencies and drug treatments. We all know now what is the roots, or we can say that the start of war on drugs, which is the excessive use of illegal drugs of many people, and also there's so many imprisonment using drugs, which is the reason of the endanger of many minorities and younger ones. I think that's all I can share to the assigned topic to me, which is the roots of war on drugs. I hope that you all guys can gain some knowledge about the roots of war on drugs. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Presalyn G. Pihi, the third reporter with the topic of proposed solution on war on drugs. Our President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, they said to their SONA on July 2016 that I hate drugs talaga. So, he take an action on how to stop and prevent the war on drugs. First, they said to the PNP and DILG to conduct an Oplan Tokhang or double barrel under security in a Supreme Court. It is essential to recognize that the foundation of Oplan Tokhang long predate the Duterte's administration to stop the war on drugs. Second, they improve or encourage rehab programs, cover them with PhilHealth. There is hope for addicts. 3. Random drug testing. Have this is requirement of annual or physical. The Oplan Tokhang, which has left anywhere from 3,967 to 20,322 died by the government's own count between the regulation of the Department of the Interior and local government or DILG.
As the recommendations to the government of the Philippines about the issue in Presidential Proclamation officially ending on war on drugs. They investigate and prosecute alleged perpetrators, including law enforcement personnel, credibility implicated in extrajudicial killings, and other abuses committed during the Duterte government's war on drugs. Promptly and fairly compensate the families of the victims of unlawful killings by government officials and their agents. Fully cooperate with the Commission on Human Rights investigations of such killings, including the providing requested information on the anti-drug campaign generally and specific cases. Order the Department of Social Welfare and Development to provide material assistance and targeted financial support programs to parents, appointed relatives or legal guardians, and any relevant agency responsible for the welfare of a child adversely affected by the anti-drug campaign to ensure children in remain school. Order the Department of Education to ensure that all children, including those adversely affected by anti-drug campaign, enjoy the right to free and compulsory primary education as guaranteed under the Philippines Constitutions and international human rights law. Take immediate measures to ensure that no child is ever denied their right to education due to school fees or related cost of education. Order the Department of Health to assess the Department of Social Welfare and Development in providing mental and psychosocial health service to children and families affected by anti-drug campaign. To the Philippine Commission on Human Rights, investigate the deaths of all children killed in the war on drugs, publicize the result of those investigations, and make specific recommendations for accountability in all cases where there is sufficient evidence for such a determination.